Hey guys, it's Destiny back with another video, and you're watching the Decimania channel here on YouTube, your destination for all things professional wrestling. So this is a video that I've been meaning to do for a couple weeks now. It's just been really hectic and, mom life, it's really fun. But, I'm back on schedule somewhat. Hopefully I'm going to get back into my TNA reviews next week, finally. And today I'm going to be doing a discussion video talking about the rumors going around for several weeks that Chris Jericho may be making his way back to WWE. And before we get into this, please hit that subscribe button. Apparently only 5% of you are subscribed, so if you would like to subscribe and help me out with the channel, my goal for the end of the year is 350 subscribers. I'm currently at 319 or 320. It keeps going back and forth. I don't know if it's a bot or if I keep losing subscribers. I'm not really sure. But let's talk about this. So it broke a couple weeks ago, about maybe a month ago. Maybe a month or two. I don't remember exactly when it broke, but it was recent that Chris Jericho, his AEW contract is coming up, I think at the end of the year, it said. And there was talk that he may be going back to WWE, which I've been saying that for a while because when I started watching AEW at the beginning of the year, like on a weekly basis, and I'm going to maybe resume that soon as well, because I want to see where this Edge and Christian thing goes. But I don't care for Chris Jericho in AEW right now. Like, he did good when he first started, first AEW World Heavyweight Champion. But then, I don't know, it just kind of just got, it's not really Chris Jericho. Like, I know what he can do in the ring and on the mic. It's just not working. It doesn't feel like his best work. And I know he's done better. I know he can reinvent himself and stuff. But, I mean, this learning tree stuff that he was doing in AEW is just not working. I'm hoping maybe he does go back to WWE. I was even saying that when I was watching AEW, when he would be on there. And I'm like, he just needs to go back to WWE or something, because at least there he was doing really good stuff. I mean, not that he wasn't in AEW. He was in the early years, and then it just kind of got progressively worse, I guess. I don't know. And I hate to say something like that about Chris Jericho and someone at his level, but some of the stuff he's doing in AEW just isn't clicking, and it's not working for me anyway. Like, some people might like it, some people might not. I just wish when he would put these guys over that Tony, and it's probably not even Jericho's fault, really. It's Tony Khan, if he would book these guys better to lose to Jericho or win against Jericho and then maybe do something else with them, maybe that would make Jericho look a little more credible when it comes to putting guys over, the younger ones, and it just doesn't seem to be doing anything. Like, I kind of liked what he was doing with Hook and with Taz. Kind of liked that a little bit. But it just isn't working. Now, what would Chris Jericho do if he came back to WWE? What would his schedule look like? Because I know he's doing the Jericho Cruise and stuff. I know he's doing that, and I know he's doing Fozzy. There's a possibility he might not even go back to WWE. He might just do stuff with Fozzy. And he might just do his podcast fully. I mean, whatever he wants to do is fine with me, as long as he's not doing anything illegal or just immoral. I don't care. Like, I like Chris Jericho. Jericho's one of my favorites of all time. I don't know where he would be ranked at, but he's certainly up there. And I could see him maybe coming back at the Royal Rumble next year. Or possibly at Survivor Series or something. Or maybe they do an open challenge thing like they did with Cody and Seth Rollins a couple years ago. Maybe that is what they do with him. I'd prefer it if he maybe either just came back in the Royal Rumble or like at the end of Survivor Series, almost like a Bray Wyatt or CM Punk type situation. You know, the copyright thing appears in the corner of the screen and then you think you're going off the air and then break the walls down, hits the music that Chris Jericho has. Break the walls down hits and Jericho comes out and they end the show with that. He confronts, I don't know, Punk or whoever. I don't know, maybe they swerve us and he's like John Cena's last opponent. I would honestly rather see that because we haven't seen Jericho and Cena yet. We might not see Edge and Cena, but Jericho would be a pretty good last opponent for Cena, I think. And I'll be talking about John Cena's retirement tour at the end of the year and what I thought of it. Because it's a mixed bag. I'll just tell you that. But yeah, Chris Jericho, Royal Rumble entrant or Survivor Series return, I would definitely like that. I think that's the next pay-per-view or Survivor Series, I believe. And then I don't know if they have one in December. Probably not. I don't think so. I don't think they have any pay-per-views in December. Let's see. When is New Year's Day this year? That falls on a Thursday, I believe. I believe Christmas and New Year's is on a Thursday this year, if I'm not mistaken. But people that he could feud with, he's got new matches in WWE. There's a lot of people he hasn't worked with, and some that he has that he could renew old rivalries with, like CM Punk, if they'd want to do that. Randy Orton, because Randy's not freaking doing anything right now. I don't know why they're not doing anything with him. They have a match with Nick Aldis that they could do if they would just freaking do it, but whatever. That's just what it is. It's okay. I'll get a Nick Aldis figure soon, and I'll do that match when I start doing figure matches on here. I'll fix it. Jeez. You're probably booked better than these people. Kidding. I mean, frick. AJ Styles, you can feud with him again. AJ's retiring in 2026, which I'll probably do a video on that soon. Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns, he could feud with Braun Breaker. There's someone new. There's Seth Rollins in a high-profile feud. He could reunite with Kevin Owens or ignite his rivalry with him. Sami Zayn. There's freaking LA Knight. I want to see the promo battles with him and LA Knight. Jericho can talk pretty good on the mic. He's pretty good. I don't know. Jericho works better. I don't know what Jericho works better as. I don't know if he works better as a heel or a face. I'm not sure. You all let me know in the comments. And I don't know. Brock Lesnar. I don't think we've ever seen Jericho versus Lesnar, have we? Jericho and Lesnar ever face each other? I don't think so. The Motor City Machine Guns. Sabin versus Jericho. Chris Jericho versus Chris Sabin. Chris Jericho versus Alex Shelley. I mean, there's so many people that he could feud with. I know I'm leaving off names. you know? Frick. You know what would be kind of cool? If he went for his 10th Intercontinental title, like, and made it a perfect 10. It'd be kind of cool, honestly. Like what Saban did in TNA with the X Division title. That'd be kind of cool. And then, I don't know. Frick. Call up Brian Pillman Jr. from NXT. Let him work with Jericho. I think he worked with Brian Pillman Sr., I think, didn't he? I'm not sure. Frick, Dominic Mysterio. He worked with Ray, why not Dominic? That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of freaking cool. Like, you imagine Jericho as a babyface working with a heel Dominic? That would be freaking great. I'm just trying to think of, like, different feuds that he could have with people if he went back to WWE. You know what? I want this to happen now. This has to happen. Like, Chris Jericho coming back to WWE would be so freaking cool. I'm sorry, I know some people might not be a fan of it, but I'm all for nostalgia. But, you know, if you could make it work, give him a retirement tour and have him work with all these people that I just named, you know, frick, it'd be pretty freaking cool, actually. Have him work with Gunther, that would be cool. Be an interesting feud. And Gunther's really good at promos too. He's pretty good. He doesn't have to go out there and say anything if he doesn't want to, but he does, but he's good. I almost think of Gunther as like a Chris Benoit type. Like, he doesn't have to go out there and say anything. He just goes out there. He can just go out there and do it. But I think Gunther's a little bit of a better promo than Benoit was. He was a better mic talker. He's a better talker than Benoit was, but he's got the credentials, like the wrestling credentials of a Chris Benoit or a Kurt Angle or a Brock Lesnar even. And there's a good match, Brock Lesnar and Gunther, since Lesnar's back now. But my point is, I don't like what he's doing in AEW. I want him back in WWE for one more run, because that's where I grew up watching him. I'd love to see Jericho definitely come back and feud with so many different people, or ignite old rivalries for a little bit. Frick, Jericho and Cody, put them together. I did those two for the WWE Championship. I kind of wish Cody was defending it more now, but I don't know what the frick the point of him winning it back was. You might as well have just had Cena keep it till the end of the year if that's the case. Or frick, I don't know. I like Cody, I do. I just don't know if I like what he's doing right now. I don't even know what he's doing. I think is he feuding with Drew McIntyre? There's another one, Drew McIntyre and Chris Jericho. It'd be a good one. Frick, if they wanted to put Nick Aldis in there in the ring with Chris Jericho, that would be a good way to get Nick Aldis back in the ring. I know he wants to wrestle a match in WWE. Triple H, please give it to him. I know he wants that. Please let Nick Aldis wrestle in WWE. At least if it's like once. Just let him do it. At least one. Come on. Not that hard. Come on. But yeah, I mean, frick. Reignite his rivalry with Rey Mysterio, or maybe even help Rey in a rivalry or something with Dominic. Or something. I don't know. Like, that'd be kind of interesting. Seriously, I think the one that I want to see the most if Jericho came back to WWE would be him and Dominic. I want to see those two at like a WrestleMania or something. Frick. I don't know, that'd be kind of cool. Keep his music. Don't give him any freaking Death Rebel music. Keep his theme that he had when he left. It's fine. Or you could let him use Which one is he using in AEW now? Judas, I think, from Fozzy. Yeah, I think so. No, he's using another one. I don't know what that one is, but it's not. I don't know. It's not good. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't pay attention to his theme right now because I don't recognize it. But yeah. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. What would you like to see if Chris Jericho came back to WWE? I would like to see him do a crossover, too. Maybe him and... You know what? Since they're both musicians, I would like to see him and Joe Hendry do a song together. That would be kind of cool. That'd be freaking cool. I don't know. Jericho's just good. He's just really good. And I hope he retires on his own terms. But kind of sucks that we didn't get to see him wrestle Sting. Maybe we did. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. Let me know what you guys thought. When you heard the rumors of Chris Jericho coming back, what would you like to see him do if he does come back? And what did you think of my suggestions that I had for potential rivalries and partnerships? You think Chris Jericho's coming back to WWE? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Happy Halloween. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.